Hello friends, I am Parit Saling's International Export Port Trainer and Exporter. So in this video, I will show you how to talk on a call with an international buyer. Look, if you want to succeed in the export-import business, maintaining clear and effective communication with the buyer is very important when you export. So you have to communicate with the buyer. If you import, you have to communicate with the supplier. You need to communicate. So here how it is where you can talk with the buyer and seller. First, you can do face-to-face visits. Second, you can email. Third, you have the option to call both the buyer and the seller directly. When making a call to the buyer, what important factors and considerations should you keep in mind initially before proceeding? You need to know about the buyer and about the buyer's company. Look, if you have to talk to someone, you should have knowledge about them. You should have information about their company. When we talk professionally here about export, we need information about the other company. So before calling, visit the buyer's website. If you don't find information there, then you can visit social media to get information. You can obtain valuable information, including important details about the exporter, the specific products they deal with, and the particular products you are interested in. Those who are pitching, take a moment to consider. If a company is involved in a specific process, what type of support do you wish to offer them? What exactly is it that you aim to sell to that company, and overall, what do you want to sell? You have expressed an interest in selling a variety of products, including frozen food items, different types of namkeen snacks, an assortment of sweets, and various kinds of rice. Could you please provide more details about which specific products you intend to sell to that particular company? First of all, you need to decide that your product is being purchased by the grocery wholesaler, but you need to pitch about Pisces because you want to export Pisces. Before initiating any phone call, ensure that you have thoroughly gathered all necessary information and then proceed to contact the buyer. Currently in the company you are engaging with, the purchase managers, you need to find the purchase manager or any decision maker who makes decisions about purchases. You need to dial them. So the company you can call the reception to obtain the purchase manager's contact numbers and necessary information. After that, you may proceed to call the purchase manager. But how will you communicate effectively with the buyer? First of all, when you make the call, what you need to do is when you call the buyer, you should ask the following question. Is this Mr. Bolt? To confirm their identity before proceeding further with the conversation. Hello, I am reaching out to confirm whether I am indeed speaking directly with Mr. Bolt at this moment, as it is essential for me to verify your identity before we continue our discussion. He will say yes. After that, you can continue the conversation. Then you need to introduce yourself. Hello, this is Paresh Zolomki, Director of OES Export Import Powdet Limited. We are exporters of Pisces products from India. So in this way, you can confidently introduce yourself. Now, within our internal communication structures, the story encompasses several key elements and narratives vital to our brand. A twist. See what response he will give. He's interested, not interested. Right now I am busy. Like he will say, send me an email, which is a very important thing. Now, when he replies with something like, yes, tell me how can I help you, you should engage in conversation by providing a brief overview of your company and requesting his email ID. Look, let me tell you, making a call is a very good thing, but the main communication happens via email, so you should ask for his email ID. However, send your quotations and all other documents via email. If you don't receive a reply, then call back. This is the best way to communicate. This is how I do it. When communicating with you, I need to inform you that the buyers are not very comfortable speaking over the phone. They feel quite uneasy and hesitant during such phone conversations. Once your introduction is complete, the conversation with you will begin, proceed to the quotation stage, then the sample stage, and finally involve phone discussions. After that, there is no tension. You can also communicate on WhatsApp. Initially, using WhatsApp doesn't seem very effective, but you can do it. It's not so bad. You can also communicate on WhatsApp. It's not so bad. Nowadays, people are using WhatsApp, but let me tell you, email is the best for professional communication. When it comes to international business, once you are introduced to the buyer, you start talking to the buyer. This means things start progressing well via email. After that, you can also chat a little on WhatsApp. So let me tell you how I call the buyer. When I call, first of all, what do? I gather information about the buyer, such as who the purchase manager is there, meaning I collect a lot of details about him. After that, I make the call. If it's the reception number, I ask them to transfer. If I get a direct number, then I directly make the call. After calling, I say, is this Mr. Bolt? He responds, yes, this is Bolt. I am Paresh Solong from OP's Export Private Limited. We are exporters of Pisces. I have seen your website. The website design is very beautiful, and I have seen you are importing many Pisces products. We can work together. Can I have your email ID? So with this, you should ask for their email ID. Further on the phone, when they respond, you need to talk to them positively and confidentially. So with this, I talk on the call with the buyer. And as it progresses, as answers are given, we need to communicate with them clearly. When we communicate, our interactions consistently remain clear and professional.